इसमें इसमें ऑडियो वीडियो आ रहा है क्या?
हाँ आ रहा है प्रभु जी, थोड़ा ब्रेक हो रहा है लेकिन दिख रहा है अभी।
ठीक। हरे chanting is also like so there are issues. So we begin with prayer to full day. So ultimately, all success in chanting is dependent on technique, not alertness, not chastity knowledge, mercy. We have the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas and Lord can chant perfect. MERCY. MERCY. Have it in your heart right now. So you should always begin the chanting, sincere prayers, not only to Guru, Prabhupada, Swamis, Haridas Thakur, Panchatattva, Radha Madhav, or Gopinath, whichever your favorite deities are. Very, very humble. True humility is the gateway to spiritual advancement. So let us begin with the Mangalacharan. If we chant Mangalacharan, we are invoking the mercy of all the acharyas. That is why we always receive, we just chant the Pranam mantra and Hare Krishna mantra. Like I started this 2 minutes before schedule so that I could chant the Maha mantra 2 minutes. Sometimes when you go for a lecture, and somebody phones, oh yeah, the lecture started. No, just kirtan is a rabban. As if kirtan is a formality. But actually, the beginning of the end kirtan is what gives the lecture real importance. Prabhupada writes in one letter that all our teaching programs should begin and end with chanting. Chanting of the Holy Name is our life and soul. So let us offer this prayer. This Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishta Sapitam Rupa Jayam Dayan Swadhantikam Yam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padanamadam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sarvanam Devam Savevam Savadutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Rama Krishna Padam Savadana Lalita Shri Shamamita Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Krishna Shunyavad Acharya Deshatani Panchakalpatarubhyascha Vipasundhukevacha Pavitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura-bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama.
ये आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रहा है।
हाँ इतनी क्लैरिटी नहीं है।
ओके ओके
देखते हैं अभी क्लास शुरू होने के बाद शायद आ जाएगा।
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Very grateful to all the devotees for coming. This program was finalized just 2 days back. I was not expecting any audience. I was telling that Siddhartha Thakur says that there nobody should preach to the four months. Yesterday it is 11:20, nobody was there. I was thinking, yes, Krishna is teaching me and testing me. But all of you coming gives great encouragement. So we are discussing about how to improve chanting. We discussed some points yesterday. And I want this to be more of an interactive session because there are so many books which already have given good guidelines, Prabhupada books and disciples, so many nice books. What I'm saying is basically just repeating. I am showing the remnants of great personalities, Prabhupada and their disciples. And rather than me speaking too much, I will speak for an hour or 15 minutes. And then I would like to do more discussion so that this is a topic really relevant. It is something, if you can do it, then do good chanting, quality, quantity, go back. You're not able to come to pure chanting. If chanting is an offense, inattention, you have to come back. It's not clear. So it's actually a very, very important topic.
आवाज क्लियर नहीं है प्रभु जी.
अभी क्लियर है आवाज?
बेटर है प्रभु जी.
ठीक है. अभी क्लियर है आवाज?
हाँ अभी ठीक है प्रभु जी. थैंक यू.
It is not automatic process. Of course, the chanting of the holy name is very powerful, but if you want complete results in one life, then you have to constantly think about how I can improve. Not only today, but practically every day you spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, just contemplating, finishing your chanting, how I can improve mistakes, beginning chanting by prayer. It is worth it. Like what I do sometimes, most of the time, after every mala, I stop and offer some prayers. That prayer could be very simple. Like, Ainanda Tanjya Karam Patitam ये प्रार्थना है ये भगवान बहुत सागर में डूब रहो ये बाहर निकालो प्लीज टेक मी आउट. So when you combine prayers, there are two good effects. First of all, because of change, the mind becomes alert. If you do the same thing again and again, it becomes mechanical. तो बदलते हैं तो अच्छा लगता है. इसलिए माँ खा रहे हैं तो आज नूडल्स का अच्छा. Mind likes variety. Same way, after one mala, you stop and put 10 seconds of prayer. कोई भी प्रार्थना सकती है. I'm drowning, Krishna, please take me out. Or it can be another. Any prayer offered from the heart, it will please Krishna. See, how does one get taste for it? Is when one's chanting pleases Krishna, then Krishna is pleased because we are part of yourself. Naturally, we also do that. If we try to please Krishna, try to please ourselves, our chanting will never be successful. We should try to chant the mood of pleasing Krishna. Even if our chanting is not yet perfect, but if we are trying our best, struggling, then Krishna is pleased. And then Krishna will reward us with this. So, now you may say it's taking almost 2 hours. Most you say between 1.5 to 2 hours. So now you may say already I'm spending 2 hours. Now you're saying offer prayer, half minute per mala, 8 minutes, GST tax. That really is, this is too much. But it's like this. When you prepare sweet rice, how many of you know how to prepare sweet rice? How many of you do not know rice? I'm in the second category. When you prepare sweet rice, the first thing is you have to cook very patiently. You can't just put it on and put rice, milk, sugar, go to sleep and later put it off. You get black sweet rice. And we constantly attend. Chanting is like that. Just to work on it. Krishna is a jealous God. Bible says God is a jealous lover. That means he wants a complete attention. The chanting, he is so focused. But even if by chance very important call is coming, even the Prime Minister Modi is calling, I don't think any of us has that relation. But even if he's talking, and say, बाद में बात करेंगे तेरे boss से बात. I'm talking to your boss. Even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they are simply servants of Krishna. Same Krishna is appearing. स्वयं भगवान आ रहे हैं, विश्वास होना चाहिए. कली काले नाम Krishna. We have that faith, but we forget it. Remember, just like you're talking to some very important person, like Prabhu, or say any of our present is called gurus or sannyasis. Please say out of the way that I want to talk to you. How attentive you are. Very less chance that you're talking to some very advanced sannyasi, and as you're talking, you fall asleep. Very attentive. So we have to be very attentive that I'm associating with Krishna. So that half minute of prayer that will give you the attentiveness. Also, the mechanical thing, like yoga, before beginning chanting, it may help you do pranayama, just 2-3 minutes. Sometimes when my mind might be very disturbed, then just before chanting, as you're sitting, a little bit of pranayama, the basic, that can also help. Although this is Hatha Yoga, but this can help in Bhakti. And Prabhupada, once he was walking with his servant, and he saw somebody doing yoga exercises. The Prabhupada said, yes, he is wasting his time. This is not the way to do it. Wasting time. Next day again, Prabhupada was walking, somebody else was doing it. The disciple said, Prabhupada is wasting time. The Prabhupada said, no, he's preparing for it. So it depends on why you do yoga. To do yoga with the idea of improving your chanting, that can happen. That is not the most important thing, but the side. More important is the prayer aspect. Now, what are the prayers to be offered? You can choose your prayer. My favorite prayer is I Nanda Tamil. Ye prarthana hai I Nanda Tamil. Why? Because it creates a mood of helplessness. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that when Srila Prabhupada writes in first canto that that verse Janma Ishvara Shruta Shri Vedama Vedam. Prabhupada writes that mechanical chanting not lead to success. One should have feeling of helplessness. This सहायता के भाव. जैसे मान लो आप कहीं पानी में गिर गए. When I was coming from Goa to Bombay last month, the plane goes over the ocean, Goa Bombay, entire place is over the ocean. And then sometimes the plane is landing very close to the ocean. And I was thinking, suppose something happens and the fishes will be and I had a sponsor fees in it. A little risky, just 200 feet above the ocean. So that time, the chanting becomes intense. When you know there is some danger. There's a danger. Actually, there is danger at every step. The Guru Maharaj Radhanath Maharaj told this story. He was coming by flight from London to Bombay. And this was going to land at 1 o'clock in the night. I was waiting at the airport with the other guys for receiving. And for some reason, they did not come out 2 o'clock. The Maharaj comes out fast because he has people under property. They escort him out. But he came at 3:30. They did not ask. As the plane was just taken off, it takes about 5 hours from London to Bombay. After 2-3 hours, there was an announcement. We are sorry to announce that this flight is totally out of control. Please do not be fearful. But and the air hostess was saying, don't be fearful. And they were fearful. Don't be fearful. Don't be fearful. And Maharaj said, generally when I come to Bombay, Maharaj is based in Alabama. She's always planning what would I do next. This construction has to be changed for this seva. Maharaj said, that time I forgot all my sevas. I forgot all projects. I was just intensely chanting Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Yes. After that, they announced that we are landing. And it was like all the emergency lights were on. Everybody was trying to get the emergency seat because landing of a plane is out of control. So, and because when the plane is out of control, the landing is done at double the normal speed, so that it cannot, if it doesn't land, it can take off. So as it landed at crashing speed, Maharashtra outside there were fire brigades, the ambulances already, and suddenly it stopped, came to a complete order with announcement that we have successfully landed in Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminal, and we are sorry for the slight inconvenience caused. And these are common in aviation circles. I hope you will again use patience. परमात्मा की कहानी बता रहे एक प्लेन लैंडिंग में क्रैश होने का डर तो भारत में जब हमारा से from that time always choose patience. So why I told this story that you should always think while chanting that urgency should be there, that mood should be there, that there is fear, there is danger at this. And it's not just to create fear. The fact is that there is always danger in this matter. While chanting, you should have that feeling that I am this may be the last mantra of my life. You know, over the years, he called Indra Prabhu. He is the one who started Prabhu. And I have a very nice point in this lecture. He says, when you are chanting, you should think that this mantra is the last mantra of my life. Then you go to next page, this is the last mantra. And then you go to next page. And sure, one of the mantras will be the last mantra. Intensity should be there. The main problem is that after 1 or 2 years of initiation, you become settled in life, in brahmacharya life, you think, yes, I'm chanting, I'm doing the service, I'm getting up early, and plus many times I give lecture and people applaud that 3 times Hari Mohan, and I'm very dear to my Guru Maharaj. Get a sense of satisfaction. That is good also. But there should be, Prabhupada would say, my only regret is my disciples are not sufficiently afraid of Maya. They have heard this. We are not having that fear of Maya. If you have that fear of Maya, then you take shelter of the holy name. There's one thing to chant the holy name inattentively. It is very, like Ajamil was chanting. Ajamil, one thing was, although he was sinful, but he was in a mood of helplessness. He was thinking of the danger of the mantras. So better than inattentive chanting, attentive chanting. But better than attentive chanting is attentive chanting with helplessness. Suppose I'm chanting attentively. Every word I'm hearing, very nice. That's all 75% of it. But next 25% is to feel helpless. You should have a feeling that outside of Krishna, I have no hope. This mantra is my life. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, Shadi Maya Nashi Paro Lagi. Please repeat. Harinama Tumi Magi. Yes, anybody would like to try the translation of this? Bengali.
Not this
Medicine.
destroy the
Maya, yes. Maya Nasiba. Harinama Mahamantra. You know, Thakur says, in the mood of Lord Chaitanya, I brought the medicine. That should be taken with proper. Like you see, every medicine it says to be taken under as the direction of the physician. So Lord Chaitanya, the physician, is teaching us how to take shelter. It's not simply mechanical chanting, but that feeling of taking shelter. It's like, you know, a person who does not have any disease, is visiting a doctor just to judge how good is the doctor. He will talk to the doctor in a very relaxed way. And his mood is, he's not really wanting the medicine, he just wants to play around. But somebody who is very diseased and in pain, and how he is taking shelter of the doctor. The mood of helplessness is essential for good chanting. Like Draupadi. Draupadi is our guru. One reason why Krishna enacted this pastime of Dushasana trying to destroy her. He should teach us how to take shelter. Draupadi is a pure devotee. She is always remembering Krishna. But in the beginning, when she was being insulted, she thought, Bhishma Dev will help. Oh, Dronacharya will help me. My 5 husbands, they will help. But then finally she understood that only Krishna can help. And then she cried out, Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda. So that mood should be there. We are constantly in the clutches of Maya. Once devotee said, Prabhupada, sometimes I fall into Maya. Prabhupada smiled and said, You are always in Maya. Sometimes you come out. So that mood should be there. I want to get out. That urgency should be there. That urgency. The fact is, this is not just to create fear, but the fact is that death can come at any time. It happened with one of my thought brothers in Pune. This was 20 years back. I was serving 1995. 28 years. I was serving as temple president before Radhesham and for a couple of years. So one of the congregations was hardly 50 years old and he was walking in his courtyard with his grandson hand in hand. And he had a heart stroke and he died immediately. So I called up Maharaj and told that this happened for his destination. Sincere devotee. I asked this one question. Did he finish his chanting for that? So I explained, yes, I found out he did because he would chant. I said, then a special destination. That's why yesterday I was encouraging chant early in the morning. At least on the day where you are likely to die, that day you should chant in the morning. If it is Sunday or Saturday, Yamadutas also have holidays. Yamadutas have no holidays. Of course, all of you will go to Vishnudutas. But why I'm insisting on morning chanting is materially and spiritually it is helpful. Materially, because you've chanted your rounds, your mind can be focused on service talk. And spiritually, Prabhupada writes in the purport that all spiritual exercises should be done during Brahma Muhurta. And chanting is a prime exercise. You see, we have to say one thing. If the root is satisfied, then all the leaves and the branches is satisfied. So, of all the items of bhakti, chanting of the holy name is the root. So, if you have chanted properly, then automatically all other items of bhakti you will do nicely. On the other hand, if your chanting is inattentive and not sincere, then your behavior will change. You will end up committing offenses to others and you will be dissatisfied materially and spiritually. So devotee should always think that this is my priority. So offering of prayers is very important. Second example is, what is the second example of helplessness? I would like to hear from our esteemed audience. Gajendra. Gajendra, you all know, because actually in his previous life, he was a king. He was cursed to become an elephant. And he was in a situation, he was just having a nice time with his family. He was playing in the water. Maybe Mr. Gajendra, Mrs. Gajendra, Sunday morning, something like this. It's not mentioned in Bhagavatam, but my guest was just relaxed. And suddenly, crocodile. This was the least expected time. He was not could ever imagine the crocodile just looking inside the water. But try to understand Gajendra's position. Prabhupada writes that Gajendra was so powerful that even the lions would fear him. The lion is more powerful than the elephant. Gajendra was so powerful that the lion would run away. Gajendra immediately pulled himself out and then he was in and out for a long time. And finally, because after all the crocodile's power is more, he was gradually drawn in and he understood this is the last. I have no hope. He turned out to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Bhagavatam describes he offered prayers, beautiful prayers which he remembered from his previous life. Of course, one thing is you can remember nice prayers during japa. In between them, that is very nice. But the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is itself a prayer. It includes all the prayers, like a zip file, everything is included. Like your 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees. But if you have a 2000 rupees note, then it includes everything. If you have chanted nicely, you have done all the items of devotion service. Jiva Goswami explains that for the success of any other form of devotional service, it should be preceded and succeeded by proper chant. Before any, if you're doing deity worship, there is chanting before, chanting after. If you're giving a lecture, there should be some chanting mantras before, chanting at the end. The chanting should be the life. The Gajendra offered these prayers, and the Lord immediately reciprocated, riding on the Garuda and cut off the head of the crocodile. Of course, the crocodile was also very fortunate. He was killed by the Lord when. Because after all, he caught hold of the lotus feet of the great devotee. It's not the right way to catch hold. But somehow he, Vaishnav के पैर पकड़ लिया उसने. This is the power of somehow being in contact. And he was also Gandharva in his previous life. His name was Who was Who. He was cursed. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, we are all in this material world. We are like Gajendra. And Maya is pulling us. There's no hope. Krishna is saying there is no hope. But Mame me Prabhupada, take shelter of me. He can work. Taking shelter of Krishna means taking shelter of the Holy Name. How many of us are actually taking shelter of Holy Name? I'm chanting the Holy Name. I'm finishing my rounds there. How much I'm taking shelter? So imagine, like, I think you have all heard about this unfortunate earthquake that took place 5 days back. Thousands of people killed. I remember in 1993, I was in Pune. I was staying in Chapati and I used to visit Pune for preaching. My dear friend Radhesham, Prabhu, they were working at that time. They had not joined that temple, so they invited me to stay with them in 1993, and there was an earthquake. Anybody remembers? Latur? 1993. And immediately, when at 3:30 in the morning, the whole building was shaking, and we all came out. And there in Bombay, Radha-Gopinath temple was small little children. We are an orphanage. Children came out with deities in their hand. They were chanting Hare Krishna very proud. Because by Krishna's mercy, there was not much damage. Radhanath Maharaj later on was joking. He was saying that seeing how devotees are crying out Krishna's name, I was thinking this eclipse, this earthquake is also very special. So we are in that situation every moment. Padam padam yadvipadam. Every moment there is a danger. So if you remember that, then our chanting can. Every moment. Now you may say, Prabhuji, how can we always remember? Through Shastra we can understand. Yes, there is danger at times. But this is the first point I wanted to emphasize. Helplessness. Draupadi, Gajendra, helplessness. And third story, Draupadi, when Durvasa Muni came with a small group of people, 10,000, and Prasad was not there. Draupadi turned. We see in Vrindavan, Brajavasis, whenever they were in danger, they would cry out. During Govardhan Leela, when Indra tried to destroy the Brajavasis, they turned to Krishna. During Davanal, that fire, forest fire, they turned to Krishna. So we are always in this material, helpless chanting, more of urgency that will attract. I would like to share something with you. I was with one dear God brother, my friend in Vrindavan, and I was taking lunch at his home. He had a child who was at that time 6 months or 8 months old, and as the child was taking rest, and Prabhuji was serving chapatis, and his wife was cooking, and suddenly the child got up. The child was crying. The mother either can take care of the child or she can cook. So I was feeling very embarrassed. Can you eat when you see a child? That was Mataji. पहले बच्चे का ख्याल रखो, please take. Mataji said, अभी वो धीरे रो रहा है, अभी नहीं, जोर से रोएगा तभी उठाए. I don't know, mothers is problem because if you leave the child with it cry, then all the time you have to carry it. So you have to be discriminated. Volume. So I took it from this way, but sometimes I'm chanting nicely. But still, Krishna is not reciprocating. Krishna बोल और go, there is room. There is no room. That God Govind Maharaj's favorite topic. If you heard God Govind Maharaj chant, there is no. Cry for Krishna, Baba. Understand my language? That unless you cry for Krishna, you cannot get Krishna. So the culmination, so this is the highest point, because our session is just today, the last session. So tomorrow may or may not be there. So that's why I'm trying to mix up all the activities. Actually, this chanting session should be at least 1 week to cover all points. But I'm trying to make a khichdi that all items are covered. Forgive me for my inadequacies and lack of proper organization. But this point also I like, that while chanting, success is when the devotee cries. Not artificial prayers like the Sahaji, but genuine cry. जब मुझे लगता है कि भगवान के सिवाय मेरा कोई हेल्पलेस। प्रभु नंद सुत वृषभानु सुत युत करुणा करो एक बार नरोत्तम दास कहे नाथे निहो रंग पाए तुम बिन के अच्छे अमार। प्रभु नंद सुत, oh my dear son of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna, वृषभानु सुत करुणा करो। So, good chanting means that mood should be there, that crying for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Nayanam Galadashruddha, Vadanam Gadgadarudaya. When that day will come. Now I will come to another section which says how taking shelter of the Panchatattva is very important. I will pause for 5 minutes for any questions on the last 20 minutes I spoke. Any questions, or please feel free to share. Senior devotees can share the realization first. Yes. You can speak in the mic so that
you were mentioning about urgency chanting. Can you please elaborate? Because normally it takes around 8.5 to 10 minutes to chant one round. Is it you have to make it more faster? Or
no. Urgency doesn't necessarily mean the speed should increase, but the intensity of calling. See, actually your heart should be palpitating, like how you would, like imagine yourself to be a small child. Child is separated from the mother. How the child would feel. Happened with me. I went to his home, and he is my very good friend, and his son is 2 years old. He became very friendly with me, and all my Zoom classes he would attend. The child would attend also. He doesn't understand. He would try to pull the mobile. Right? When I went to his home, he was talking friendly. So I just joked, and I took him in my arms, and I said, he was very happy. Then I turned around and showed that I am going back. Immediately he jumped out. I was crying. Same way, when the sense of urgency is that I want to attain Krishna consciousness in one life. Why I am taking this class? Definitely go back to God. Even if our chanting is not yet perfect or not yet intent, it will take few lifetimes. Prabhupada would always say, when you finish in one life, if your chanting is perfected, you will go back to God. The chanting is not yet perfected, even if you have done many services, you may have to take it back. There are special cases where somebody has not chanted perfectly, but Krishna can take it back. The sense of urgency means not speed. Speed can be anywhere between 5 minutes to 8 minutes, maximum 9. Speed will vary because some people have got thick tongue, it takes more time. Some people, they speak the low speed, some actually talk fast. That is not a hard and fast rule. But attentiveness and crying out. That's why I keep a picture of, like I was telling yesterday, I keep it in my beer bag, or you can keep it in your shoulder bag, wherever. One picture of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like I keep this picture, when I chant, I just in front of. So this is not hard and fast rule, it's not compulsory. But in one book called Science of Self-Realization, Prabhupada mentions, it is good if you can keep a picture of Panchatattva my chant. So you can think that Lord Chaitanya is listening to my chant. When Bhagavan samne sun rahe. The mind is wandering, but it can focus on Lord Chaitanya. Now, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, Prabhupada, he says that as you are chanting your beats, with every beat, you should think that you are touching the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Moti ke saath Chaitanya. Now, Prabhupada, he says this in another way, which I will read from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada says that with every chanting, before beginning chanting, you should remember the Panchatattva. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasa, Gaur. And then you can chant Hare Krishna. So, urgency doesn't mean that speed should be very high. You see, if you chant very fast, then you will lose words. So, speed should be optimal. Like driving also, every person is different driver. If you drive too slow, you may not get accidents. If you drive too fast, you will then be people to follow. You have to be drive at the optimum speed. You have to be careful. Anybody else would like to? Yes.
Many times, when Sadhana Swami Maharaj mentions this text, we should always take shelter of the Holy. Same thing we also mentioned to mention. I always wonder, like, we chant for 2 hours, then we are engaged in our day-to-day life or our services. So, what does it actually means taking shelter of Holy name always? Like, one meaning of made us understand is we should be endlessly taking shelter of Japa or the Holy name. But is that only restricted to the 2 hours of the conversation? And what does it mean to be always taking shelter of the Holy name?
Prabhupada would say 16 rounds on beats and unlimited on off beats. That even when you finish 16 rounds, Prabhupada says is for neophyte beats. I'm sorry to say. I myself am a neophyte. Prabhupada said our goal is constant chant. So even when you are not having beats and you are going to the office, obviously you cannot be chanting on mala all the time. Your boss will say, okay, you stay in temple and Hare Krishna. Then he will send you empty paycheck. So we have to have that feeling, even though mala may not be there. And as you go on chanting, it will happen. Stage will come. Just like when you learn to walk. In the beginning, when you walk, let's say you can walk from here 10 feet. A child walks without support. Parents will clap. But now the child is 20 years old and he can only walk this much. Nobody will clap. We expected him to increase. When you first come to Krishna consciousness, we expected him to come to 16 rounds. Now as we grow, on our own we should increase. Yesterday I asked for a small donation. Do you know this class is not free? ILS is free, but this lecture is not free. But I asked for a donation. Anybody remembers? What donation I asked? They chant before breakfast. Now today I will ask second donation. Every session has a second donation is try to increase your chanting at least 1 round per year. A good idea? How many of you feel is possible? Minimum 1. If you do 4, I'll be more happy. Because now let's say, what is your age, Prabhu? Your age? 39. So now you are chanting how many? 16 rounds?
16 or at max I go to 18.
18. And now you're chanting 18 rounds. Suppose you increase 2 rounds per year. So by the time you become old, let's say, hopefully you live till 18, right? So by the time you become 69, 2 rounds if you increase, 30 more years, you will become 90. And even if you increase one round, 30 plus, now you're doing 16, 40 rounds. And I'll tell you from my experience, if you may say, Prabhuji, we have preaching, we have home responsibility. If you chant extra rounds, Krishna will give you intelligence. So within short time, you can do more service. Like Bhakti Vinod Thakur, you know, his home was just across the river. And he would chant 64 rounds and he would do 8 hours duty in the court. It's not that you were chanting 64 rounds, so honorary service, you get a paycheck without going. He had to go. Because he had 10 children. Because he was writing books. Whatever would take the ordinary person 1 hour, he was a magistrate, he would do that work in 20 minutes. Because बुद्धि ददामि बुद्धि योगम मत्त स्मृति, everything comes from Krishna. So if you are chanting, increasing your chanting, Krishna will adjust everything. If the temple authority or Guru Maharaj asks you for service, then that should take a priority. We should not say, oh no, Krishna who told you should chant extra. The child is crying, no, I will simply chant. I'm not saying that we should neglect our duties, but we can adjust. See, if you know, suppose that there is a cash, there is a check to be cashed, that should be done today. Just 1 hour is left, and you have to drive. Even there is traffic jam. If you don't reach in time, you will lose that 1 lakh rupees. Somehow or other, you will reach the bank and get it cash, because you know it's important. Student knows that he has to work hard to get admission to medical college. You know, in Maharashtra, all over India, people struggle so much to get admission. If you can get even small percentage of that enthusiasm for chanting, you will get more results. Yes, Prabhu. Mike.
How to create helplessness when you don't feel helpless?
Are you in the material world or the spiritual? Is there any danger in the material world? Just realize what you are already knowing theoretically, and you are reading the Shastra. Just see this. Prabhupada said that there is danger, not only the danger of slipping down, breaking your leg or breaking your head, but danger of forgetting Krishna. See, Kala Krishna Das. How many of you know who was Kala Krishna Das? Who was he? The personal assistant of Lord Chaitanya. Can you imagine if the announcement is made that Lord Chaitanya will travel to South India or North India, and he would like he can become the assistant? How many would raise their arms? So fortunate. And he will think that he was traveling, so no fear of Maya. He traveled. First, he went from Puri to Purva Kshetra. He came to Vijayawada, Mangalgiri. He came to Tirupati, Srirangam, and finally he came to Udupi. He came to Kerala. Kerala, he was caught by the Maya, by the Bhattaharis, who seduced him to associate with beautiful women. He fell down. The Prabhupada writes, even if you are with the Supreme Lord, there is fear of Maya. Can you imagine being the assistant of Lord Chaitanya, like you are seeing Lord Chaitanya carrying his pot, washing his plate, massaging his feet, as a person, like many kinds of Prabhupada's servants, also fortunate. You see, many of Prabhupada's servants, they left after Prabhupada. Those who are present leaders like Prabhupada Maharaj, Radhanath Maharaj, so many fertile names. They are the ones, they did not get so much personal association. Some of them got. But those who are sticking to the instruction of Guru, chanting sincerely morning program, they are the ones who. See, so you have to understand there is pain every step. Krishna is not only being with Krishna, but taking shelter of Krishna. So always remember, if it helps, sometimes I keep a picture of Gajendra pastime. A picture where Gajendra is offering that flower to the Lord. You have seen that 8th canto in that paint. I figure, yes, I am like that. I'm sorry, I am like that. I am like that.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, मेरे 2 प्रश्न हैं। जैसे कि अभी आपने कहा प्रभु जी के आंसर में कि हमको हर साल एक माला बनानी, तो इसके पहले मैंने एक बार सुना था, पर मुझे बहुत ज्यादा टफ लगता है। किसी ने बोल दिया कि आपके घर पर ये ढेर सारे भिगोते आ रहे, तो मैं खुशी खुशी उठकर आधे रात को प्रसाद बना दूंगी, पर वो माला बनाने के बोलते हैं, मुझे लगता है गुरु महाराज जी ने 16 माला बोली तो खुद ही कर लो, तो मैं आगे नहीं बढ़ पाती।
गुरु महाराज ने बोला 16 माला का ज्यादा किया तो अपना Prabhupada giving Diksha, Prabhupada Diksha there in Australia. So, what are the rules? 4 regulative principles and chant 16 rounds. Prabhupada, I will follow for chant 16 rounds. Prabhupada said, minimum, not max. ऐसा नहीं है, मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा आपको दूसरी सेवा भी चालू रखनी है, लेकिन हरिनाम की सेवा सबसे बड़ी। अभी लास्ट में हम लोग सब मिलकर एक माला भी करेंगे, तो उससे एक सामूहिक जब में शक्ति आती है, एसोसिएशन में जो है क्वालिटी ज्यादा अच्छी। प्रभुपाद एक डिवोटी ने बोला हम लोग जब करते हैं भूल भूल के करते, प्रभुपाद बोले नहीं, टेम्पल हॉल में जब किया तो 1000 गुना ज्यादा था। मैं क्लिपिंग भेजूंगा। स्पेशल रिस्पेक्ट्स टू माय डियर सुखदेव महाराज, बाय योर ब्लेसिंग आई विल। और दूसरा प्रश्न क्या?
प्रश्न ये कि आपने कहा था कि हर माला के बीच में हमको प्रेयर्स,
हर माला के बाद नहीं, 2-3 माला के बाद या कम से कम 16 माला के बाद, इतना टाइम।
जैसे कृष्ण बोलते हैं उसके अलावा लगता है टाइम वेस्ट है।
मैं वही बता रहा था। अच्छा आपने पूछा, मैं खीर का उदाहरण दे रहा था। बताया तो खीर बना रहे, अभी खीर बनाने में कितना टाइम लगता है? 1 घंटा। मैं दूध को बॉयल करने, चावल करने और शक्कर डालने में कितना टाइम लगता है? नहीं, मेरे को टाइम नहीं है, मैं शक्कर नहीं डालूंगी। तो खीर बिना शक्कर के 3 सेकंड जल्दी बन गई। यहाँ पे दाल बना है, बहुत टाइम वेस्ट करेगा। तड़का लगाने से कितना टेस्ट बदल जाता है। घी का तड़का लगाओ, अच्छा तो टेस्ट बढ़ जाता है। लेकिन जपा के साथ प्रयास किया, प्रभुपाद लिखते हैं, आप देखिए 7th canto 5th chapter 23rd verse, श्रवणम कीर्तनम विष्णु स्मरणम पाद सेवन। उस पर्पल में प्रभुपाद लिखते हैं डिवोटी शुड ऑफर प्रेयर्स टू द होली। और 2 प्रेयर्स भी आप क्लास के बाद मेरे से ले सकते हैं। विद्रुत तर्षे उपगीयमाना श्लोक बना देना का उत्तम 1 verse, and second is Nikhila Shruti Modi Ratna Namashtak Satya. Prabhupada writes, one should offer prayers like these, not only these prayers, some prayers after finishing chant. The DT room में हम पूजा करने के बाद बाहर आते हैं तो प्रेयर्स करते हैं। पुजारी जानते हैं प्रेयर करते हैं, इंग्लिश मिक्स कर रहे हैं। So we offer prayers offer करते हैं। We offer some prayers after DT worship. Same way after chanting, we can offer prayers. ऐसा नहीं है, don't try to take very big course. ऐसे नहीं tomorrow I will chant 64 करना नहीं, but एक माला 2 माला बढ़ाइए step by step. पर देखिए कोई emergency सेवा आ गई, some sannyasi is coming or temple some सेवा is there, on that day you do only 60. Other day you can do more. Yes, Mate.
Along the same lines, I really appreciate her honesty. Probably most of us are thinking like that, but she has the guts to ask that question. So just along that line,
Mike है क्या? आप बाद में आपके पास ही आएगा।
just to follow up just along that line, if I were to choose and I had extra time, I'd say, okay, I've done my 16 rounds. If someone were to say, you have extra time, what would you do? I would like to read more. That's what I would do. And I personally asked this question to many senior devotees. Like, one, in spiritual life, it's all like taste. And there's so many different varieties of devotional service. So given a choice, I'd either sing a bhajan or I would read. And I'd say, okay, I've done my 16 rounds. That's all I can focus on. And I don't want to torture myself if my concentration is not there. Jabardasti for you.
If you are not, it's not a increasing chanting is not compulsory, but you should also know that as you are advancing, automatically you will feel the desire to increase. It's mentioned that gradually the sadhaka is increasing, is actually advancing, then you will get taste for the. And if you are not having taste, that means it is a sign of disease state. The disease patient, like Prabhupada, somebody told, Prabhupada, I'm getting a lot of disturbed material desire. The Prabhupada said, the disease is more, then you should increase the dose of medicine. The Prabhupada said, then you should increase the level. So you are both ways are right. If you want to do others, that is also good. But if you feel you want to chant more, that is also good. But the purification which comes through devotional service is maximum through chanting. That's why Prabhupada said chanting is like on, you cannot miss on any day. Like reading Bhagavatam one day, you cannot read, it is not breaking principle. If you take Diksha of 16 rounds. And other process as per convenience, as per taste. So you are right also. At the same time, if your consciousness allows you, the time allows you, can do more. That's very good. on Ekadashi, like tomorrow is Ekadashi, day after 17th, we can chant more rounds, especially those who are in Mayapur. So, you are right. At the same time, like those who can increase theirs.
I had the opposite result. When I first started chanting, I was chanting double. Then it kind of reduced. So as my chanting reduced, my reading increased. One thing went down,
We can
the other thing went up.
we have to analyze the case more deeply. Cannot can be done with some of the senior people who knows more better. So it's not wrong. The reading increase is not wrong. At the same time, chanting is also. Yes, Prabhu.
Correct. Thank you very much, Prabhu. My question is, whenever any problem comes in our life, this is spontaneous is our nature when we chant Krishna's name and we intensely pray something. But as we are chanting every day, so it sometimes it is a mechanical process for us. We just completing our rounds.
Yes, that's why Krishna sometimes says busy. And Queen Kunti also prays like this. Queen Kunti is saying the same thing. She is also saying that that the calamities come again and again. Remember you more intense. One of the prayers which you can recite in before Japa is the Kunti Mahani's prayer about the Sanskrit. Like the Mother Ganga is rushing towards the ocean. That my mind rushed towards.
But it is difficult, like the mood of Kunti Maharani is very nice. But it is very difficult for me to call Krishna, give me calamity, give me problem.
No, you can pray that, my Lord, give me calamity as per my level. And actually, if you are sincere, you don't have to pray. Krishna is very kind, he will stand anyway. But that's like when I was preaching in Pune in the beginning stage, we had one Bajaj auto company, and I was preaching to the young MTech engineers. So I told this that when Krishna has mercy on somebody, he takes away everything. But then after the lecture, he came with one student, he was very disturbed. I sincerely prayed to Krishna, sincerely, for mercy. So is this what I will get? I said, don't worry, he will not give you special mercy. He will give you mercy. Special mercy like Prabhupada got. Prabhupada business failed, his family was not cooperated. He completely surrendered. So Krishna, like, basically miseries are like, have you worked in, what is your background? Do you know about engineering?
Yes, same MTech.
Oh, you also did MTech? What field?
In ILS.
I also did the same history. So in MTech, we take himself studying blacksmithing workshop. They take iron. The iron has to be shaped into a form. So you have to put it in fire. Put it on fire and then you slam. What if you simply slam without putting in fire? So material miseries are like fire. And the words of Guru and Sadhu, they are like the hammer. So when you have got material miseries, and then there is the instruction of Guru, it will go right through your heart. So how much miseries will come that Krishna decides? You just be humble and say, Katte anukampa susamikshama. My Lord, this is all your mercy. Whatever you think is best. My Lord, whatever makes me progress at the fastest speed. If I become a crorepati, I can more advanced become crorepati. Or if you want me to become bankrupt, I am happy. Or make me a good speaker with thousands of YouTube followers, that is good. Otherwise, you make me a reject preacher, and that is so whatever is best for me is somebody behind this question. Yes,
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी कभी कभी ऐसा होता है प्रभु जी कि जब हम ज्यादा चैंटिंग करते हैं तो मोर आई डू चैंटिंग द नेक्स्ट टाइम आई गेट फॉर रीडिंग a scripture and it not happens one day most of the time happens. So how to handle this kind of situation? Because chanting is so necessary at least 60 rounds. Actually last year I was doing chanting 25 rounds at least. I started chanting Hare Krishna book Prabhupada wrote in book, at least in India, 25 rounds could be chanted. So I tried and I was doing, but this year
It happened to me that I was chanting only 21 hours. And I got little time to go through the scripture. So how to handle this kind of situation? And
it is not a wrong situation, whatever Krishna inspires you. But if you want to chant more, you should be the devotees who are chanting. Like Prabhupada was asked, how do you get taste for chanting? And Prabhupada gave the example of drunkard. How do you become a good drunkard? Anybody has got experience?
sometimes it happens that
Someone is answering that. What is the question? Answer for you? Yes. Is it your experience? No. But if you are a drunkard, you become. If you are associating with devotees, like my Shiksha Guru Shukdev Maharaj, I started my Bhakti with his guidance in Kurukshetra. So he likes to chant. So he would chant sometimes with Brahma Sarovar many hours today. By his mercy, I am also having taste.
Support of what Krishnananda
Prabhu, you can give mic to Shukdev Maharaj.
because he has mentioned my name and in support of what he's saying about chanting. Like I was following the conversation, I was reading more, because chanting more. But I tell you read more, but if you don't retain anything, what is the use? You become purified by chanting, and then you come to a state and you read. There will be more written so much.
Prabhupada told once, you know why I am writing these books? To change my values, no. To bring the scientists, no. But I am writing these books to inspire you to chant more. Prabhupada sentence. So that Shukdev Maharaj is saying, I am supporting that point, that if somebody is actually reading more, then he will get more inspiration for chant. Because Sarva Vedeshu Darshan, Nato Parupaya, all the Vedas, all the Shastras, they conclude taking shelter of the holy. You see, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says if you donate 1,000 cows, then each cow is decorated with gold. And if you read all the Vedic scriptures and hundreds of yagyas, that cannot equal to the chanting of one Maha. So it's like out of the world benefit. Let's take more. Yes.
Krishna Prabhu, I just want to share a realization regarding actually see one of my uncle was in hospital, like a good person, but he fell into a Mayavada philosophy. So I never used to argue, but I used to give Prabhupada books. So last stage, actually we are trying to set up a committee. Sometimes asked as explanation. So one day before his death, he just spoke at the night, he told he wanted to give one, like he gave me that. The next day, he fell seriously sick, so he just visited in the hospital. So his son said for the last 4-5 days, taught me rest. So I just put the Maha Mantra on the YouTube. They told his daughter, whoever comes, even the doctor comes, don't stop it. If he comes, just call me, I will speak. So like that, he just heard all of us. Until then, he was totally restless. So after 2 hours, he heard that he left this body. As he put this thing, his daughter was telling, he started slightly, but his fingers started, and just what do you call it, working along with this thing. Then after 2 hours, he left his body. So immediately his son and his wife came to me. Why do you not tell me this all the way? We were studying for the last 1 week. So since then, though none of them were chanting earlier, the entire family, without faith, I never reached to them, but now they're chanting evening.
Okay. I think we can pause for the question answer and just the next point we want to discuss. We come back to question answer. Okay. This next point, the next point I want to discuss was about taking shelter of Lord Chaitanya. This is from Prabhupada's Adi Leela, chapter 7, where Prabhupada is explaining the importance of taking shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhupada writes in the first word, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhakta Avataram Namami. Then he says that Panchatattva Avvirna Haila Chaitanya Sangi. Panchatattva like Karana Sankirtana. These 5 tattvas from Chaitanya, Nityananda, Advaita, Vedanta, and Shivas have admitted to distribute the holy name. Prabhupada writes here that when we are before beginning chanting, one should offer respects to Lord Chaitanya. And one offers respects to Lord Chaitanya by chanting the Panchatattva mantra. In the chanting of the holy name of Krishna, there may be fear of offenses. Bahu janme kore yadi shravan kirtan tabu na paye Krishna pade premat. Even if one is chanting for many, many births, he may not get love of God because of offenses. But Chaitanya Nityananda nahi esa vichar naam laite prem de bhayashna. In the names of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, there is no fear of offense. If one sincerely chants the name of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, then all offenses are vanquished. The same thing is repeated by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in a very famous song. I would like to know from the audience, what is that song where Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that by remembering Gauranga and Nityananda, the offenses are Doya Nitai Chaitanya. O name aparadhe vichar to nai hai aparadha dure jave bhavi prema. Now, why I'm quoting, why I'm taking this topic is the first step in improvement of chanting is offenseless chanting. There are 3 stages in chanting: offensive chanting, offenseless chanting, and pure chanting. Offensive chanting, offenseless is called namabhas, and third is pure. So, unless you come to at least namabhas, there is no question of pure chanting. So, how do you come free from offenses? By taking shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, not only like sometimes, like I also, although born in India, I had gone abroad for higher studies. So being there means the lifestyle is fast. Sometimes because of a fast lifestyle, we improve that same life in the chanting also. We want to hurry up. We are not remembering hurry, but we are just hurrying up. So sometimes we chant the Panchatattva mantra just out of formality. Jai Shri Krishna. But actually, when you are chanting, Prabhupada says you should say Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas. You can remember the deities of Panchatattva or the picture of Panchatattva and pray to them. See, bhakti is a very personal process. Like suppose a friend invites you for lunch and you say, "Oh, I have no time." Then he will say, "Okay, you come next week." For next week, I'm busy. "Oh, can you come on Tuesday?" Again and again, if he says, "Will you go?" Will definitely go. Because he's calling again and again with love. But somebody says, "Prabhuji, I'm going to call you 3 times, then if you like, you can come. Please come, please come, please come." Formality, like governments and other formalities. The same way, when you chant like this, you become happy after 14. Ananda Buddhi Vardhana. And 16 means I am liberated from chant. What is Krishna thinking? Krishna does not want to chant, but he's feeling the headache, so let his chanting get over, let him be back. But if somebody is calling Krishna, the difference between counting and chanting. What is the difference between counting and chanting? 90% of the time, we are just counting the beats. Chanting means, Prabhupada says, like a child calling the mother. Now, we may not be on the level of tears coming out. At least I am not. It may take us many lifetimes to come to that level. But at least the mood can be cultivated. That's why I suggest, it's not a instruction, but my suggestion, keep one picture of your favorite deity when the altar is open. That is also mentioned that when you chant in front of Tulsi, chant in front of the deities, chant in the Holy Dham, 1,000 times more. Ekadashi, like His Holiness Loknath Maharaj, he asked Prabhupada this question. That Prabhupada, you mentioned on Ekadashi, you should chant 25 rounds. Prabhupada said, "No, I did not say that." And Prabhupada, what is your instruction? Prabhupada said, on Ekadashi, we should not stop chanting. Somebody asked, what about prasad? Prabhupada said, if you have great disturbance, then you can drink little water. Of course, we can extend from water to juice, then to fruits, then for Ekadashi feast. Sometimes it's called Ekadashi feast is better than Dwadashi. But in Marathi, it says Ekadashi before Kashi. careful that on Ekadashi, if you take, my suggestion is at least a half day, don't take anything or just some juices. Once you take the prasad, then the chanting becomes very slow or almost nil. Because all the digestion, the blood is going to the stomach for digestion. Just some fruits, juices, and don't go after so many pakoras. And it is for guests, for newcomers. You cannot for Ekadashi. So, for our devotees, simple or some simple vegetables. And at least till the time you finish your 64, whatever your time is. And you may at least bring me. I found that whenever I pray to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to Guru and Haridas Thakur, especially pray to Haridas Thakur, that day my chanting becomes very. Before beginning chanting, you should pray to your Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, especially to Prabhu for 6 Goswamis and Haridas Thakur, and then to Panchatattva, and then Radhaman, See, there is reciprocation in chanting. There is, you see, you have to understand that it's not that Krishna is like a person who, like, some teachers, they like to give exams, set up a paper, exam paper so tough that everybody will fail. Some teachers may be like that. But Lord Chaitanya is not like a teacher like this. He will never give you a task which is impossible. In fact, Krishna is merciful, but not as merciful as Chaitanya. Krishna says, Sarva Dharman Parityaja. First you surrender to me, then first you pay, then I'll give you the product. First down payment. So you chant, then you will get this. The teacher is saying, you write the exam, then I will give you marks. But Lord Chaitanya is saying, no, just chant. If he is a teacher, he says, just come to the exam hall, write your name, roll number, full marks. I don't know if this college is there in India like this. Yes, the chant Hare Krishna is like writing a note. But then there are who are so lazy, they don't want to go to exam hall, it's winter season, who will go at 8 o'clock in the morning? For them, it's Lord Nityananda. You will come to your home and to your hostel and colleges. What is your name? Full marks. Prabhupada is Lord Nityananda's mercy personified. Adama Patita Jivya Dware Dware Gya Harinama Mahamantra. You go to the most fallen degraded San Francisco, New York, the Maori area, and would induce people to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So this compassion of Prabhupada, all Prabhupada wanted us is to, like once somebody asked Prabhupada, how can I please you? Prabhupada said, just accept what I am coming to you. But Prabhupada has come to give. Yesterday I spoke the same point, but half of you are not there. Why are we building this beautiful temple? That people will be attracted and then they will chant Hare Krishna. Why do we have nice Govinda restaurant? People come, they will chant Hare Krishna. Why the counselor system is there? That peacefully we can chant Hare Krishna. Everything we do in ISKCON is for one purpose: to chant Hare Krishna and to induce others to chant Hare Krishna. And by sincere chanting, all the problems of the world are solved. Sometimes people say, Prabhu, we are in ISKCON, but in ISKCON also there are so many problems. We were told that Krishna consciousness is a solution to all problems, but there is problem in the international society for Krishna consciousness. What is the solution? That is, we are not yet coming to pure chanting. Like once Prabhupada came to Mumbai, I was fortunate to meet Prabhupada in Mumbai, Radha Ras period. And Prabhupada came and did his company. Because that time Radha Ras temple was being constructed. Devotees were living in huts, like construction workers they stay. There were big rats. Rats bigger than the cats. Big rats. One devotee complained, Prabhupada, there are so many rats. Prabhupada said, chant nicely. And then Prabhupada, rats, chant properly. Prabhupada, rats. Prabhupada said, see, why there are rats? Because there is uncleanliness. And why there is uncleanliness? Because there is uncleanliness in your heart. If you chant sincerely, your heart will be clean. Your heart is clean as surroundings. So this is the solution to all problems. I'm not saying this because just to show off the problem. There is need for management. There is need for organization. But all of it culminates in taking shelter of the Lord. See, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, he began this worldwide mission, Gaudiya Math. But before beginning the mission, what did he do? He chanted here in Mayapur, just 2 kilometers away. You go to that plate is there where you would take prasad. You would sit down and chant 192 rounds every day. And we cannot imitate. You know, 10%, 19.2 is enough. He would sit and chant and eat once a day. Like how the plate and the prasad is on the plate and he would bow down and eat. That's all. We cannot imitate. But he did this for 10 years, then we can. So in the morning, if we do at least 16 rounds, we don't necessarily have to go for 22 or 64, whatever we can. We do chanting nicely, and whatever we do, we be connected to Krishna. If we are doing very good quality service materially, but not chanting, that is not devotional service, it is service. Like our Suman was telling a nice point here, Maharaj said. He says that he was telling his disciples that what the service you are doing, I can pay outside people and they can do better than that. But I want you to be focused in hearing and chanting. Prabhupada, same point Prabhupada spoke in Jew. Again, rather Raspberry Monday. He was giving a lecture and nobody came for the lecture. Very 8 or 10 disciples were there. And Prabhupada asked, where is everyone? So the manager replied, Prabhupada, construction, rather Raspberry type of construction is doing. Prabhupada, construction. If there is need, we can hire people to do construction. We can pay people. Hearing and chanting, we cannot hire people. Or you have to take 10,000 rupees chant 20 rounds. The challenge, more difficult challenge than building a 100 crores worth of temple is to make 100 people chant properly. So each one of us should make a sincere desire and chant sincerely and to inspire others to chant. If Krishna says that this is the service which pleases Machita Malkata, discussing about holiness, discussing Krishna. And this is the success. I'll come back to Adi Lila, 13th chapter. Prabhupada says, our movement will be successful by 3 things. Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, Krishna Puja. And Prabhupada writes, our movement will not be successful by good management. Good management is needed, but that is not enough for success. Our mission will be successful by Krishna Katha, Krishna Puja, and Krishna Nam. Chanting of Krishna's name, discussing topics of Krishna, and serving Krishna. These 3 things are done, and we can be successful. So, these are some of the very simple things we can take it seriously. And we will take maybe 2-3 minutes of question and answers if there are any. Yes, Prabhu. Now, one prayer is, Prabhuji is asking what are the prayers. Please repeat after me and you can write it down. Kripa Kori Nama Rupe Mora Jivaya Nirantar Nach Prabhu Hari Tava Paya. This is a prayer from Bhakti Vinod Thakur's book for Harinam Chintamani. He says, Kripa Kori Nama, oh my Lord, please be kind to me, and in the form of the holy name, please dance on me. That is one prayer to the holy. And second prayer is to the spiritual master. Eka ki amara nahi paya bala kari naam se. Tumi kripa kori shraddha bindu diya deha Krishna naam. Alone I do not have the power to chant the holy name. Please be merciful to me and give me. Anybody else? You already asked me. Okay.
My question is this a follow-up of yesterday's class or
follow? But most of I repeated some topics. Yes. I think getting time also, we will just end with the 2 minutes of this prayer. Just say Mahamantra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktari. You can say Masari. Jaya Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita This is Mahamantra 3 times. Please listen to the tune which I say. This tune invokes helplessness. Please listen to me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please raise your arms. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, double Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, much louder please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, last time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 10 seconds, you can close your eyes and pray. Then we can attain the stage of your chanting for our purification. Prabhupada ki jai, Panchatattva Radha Madhav ki jai. Hare Krishna. Also, you can pray to Nrsimhadev whenever obstacles to be chanting. I think Bhagavan said Pradhana is an obstacle. Hare Krishna. Please remember two things: donation, chanting in the morning and chanting in the evening. Hare Krishna. 你可以讲。